Well, yes, pharma companies are likely to report a healthy year-on-year growth, sales growth of around 10% to be led year-on-year by traction in US generics as well as the domestic formulations. Now, EBITDA growth of around 15% is estimated to be led by niche launches in US generics and lower freight and input costs. Now, profit growth of around 15% plus is what the street estimating to be aided by lower depreciation and tax. Now, the US is expected to grow around 7 to 8% year-on-year for the quarter, aided by easing pricing pressure and increased traction in limited competition drugs. Company specific, when it comes to the US, estimate around 15 to 16% growth for Lupin, which is led by sales of their inhaler drug Spiriva generic. Expect steady year-on-year contribution but flattish sales Q-on-Q for the likes of Cipla, Dr. Reddy's from Revlimid generic, the cancer drug. Cipla, however, could see Q-on-Q pressure in sales due to loss in market share in albuterol, which is one of their key drugs. Now, Sun Pharma could see a growth of around 8 to 9% in the US, led by the US specialty portfolio. Domestic formulations are expected to grow and maintain a steady growth of around 8 to 10% year-on-year, aided by improving market reps as well as focus on OTC or over-the-counter products and launch of niche products in the country. Now, Torrent Pharma, for example, is likely to report strong growth of around 15%, Alchem of around 10 to 11% growth, Mankind could report as much as 25% plus growth, outperforming, led by a low base as well as sustained volumes. A few more stock-specific updates to watch for. Divi's Labs could report sales of over 15% year-on-year on a low base, and watch for commentary on the opportunity from the GLP-1 inhibitor drugs. Biocon's biologic sales could grow as much as 40% year-on-year, led by market share gains in existing products. Glenmark's closure of sale of its API business, reduction in debt would be watched out for. US FDA updates from Sun Pharma, Cipla, Biocon, Glenmark, Dr. Reddy's. Lastly, valuation-wise, like we've been pointing out, the stocks have seen a strong run-up, and hence only a real outperformance in terms of its earnings would probably surprise on either side when it comes to a stock performance, according to analysts.